Hi, we're Jenna, Jessica, Danielle, Esther, and Catherine, and we are the Tools Group. When we first walked into the museum, we were overwhelmed with so many tools. There was so much to learn. We decided to narrow our project down to the agricultural revolution. It was so interesting and we could really do a lot with it. We believe it's important to teach students because it's completely shaped our world today. This is how we came up with society as we would recognize it today and how we live and exist on this earth. We hope you enjoy our project.
Before farming, humans were nomadic. They traveled with the animals they hunted, never staying in one place for too long. Because of this, society as we know it today, with humans living in close quarters, was not feasible. The tools a person needed to eat and clothe themselves were spears and hatchets. These crude weapons proved useful in killing animals, but the life of a nomad was short as their food source was inefficient.
During what our group named the Pioneer Era, the main source of food came from farming. Settlers and pioneer farms worked continuously to maintain their farms and produce the basics necessary for their survival. Most farmers grew enough crops to feed just their family. When farmers had more crops than they needed, they would sell excess food to neighboring homes. Others would have gardens to grow vegetables for food as well. There was a diverse amount of crops because mass production did not exist at this time. In 1820, over 90% of the state's population was rural. In the 1860s, the walking plow was used to prepare the land to plant seeds. The tool changed in the 1870s, where the riding plow could be used by horses and farmers no longer needed to walk, which allowed plowing to become easier and faster. However, in this period, farms were small, tools were handheld, handcrafted, and relatively inefficient. A lot of work had to go into harvesting crops.
Back in 1900, farming was still a way of life for most people. Over 60% of the population still lived in the countryside during that time. Between 1900 and 1930, Michigan was a national leader in the diversity of vegetables, fruit, and grain crops. During World War I, farmers started to grow more cereals. Tools were becoming more technologically advanced and forever changed the way that we farmed. New practices, silos, tractors, stationary gasoline engines, and electricity in motor vehicles altered the face of Michigan agriculture during the 20th century. In particular, tractors were developed when gasoline engines became powerful enough to pull heavy farm equipment. The early tractors, however, were too expensive and too large for the average farmer. In 1918, the War Preparedness Board bought 1,004 tractors and resold them to Michigan farms at a set price. With these new and improved tools, farmers could harvest more food for less on larger farms. The advance in technology led to mass production and specialization of crops. This is the turning point from the agricultural revolution to the industrial revolution. However, the new way that farming was done during this time period is similar to how we farm today. Overall, we believe that this field trip and video could be used to summarize a unit on agricultural revolution. However, we understand that we took a very positive view on the topic and only took the farmer's perspective. We understand that other viewpoints may be missing, and as a result, other perspectives could be incorporated into the unit at a later time, or another unit could be used to cover such perspectives.